Hello, hello. Welcome back to the podcast. It's your girl, Kamie Crawford, and today I'm by myself. And I'm really having to amp up the energy today because, as you guys know, I'm forever on my period. So I'm just miserable in general. But also, I have been so social this week. I've already complained about it. But as a Scorpio, like the Scorpios get it. We're not meant to be social a lot. Like we're supposed to be social in doses. I always say that I'm an introvert masquerading as an extrovert. Like I'm putting on that I am extroverted, that I'm a social butterfly. And I do love to be social, but in doses. Like my social battery is already capped at 50%. So if I'm already going like 35 in deep, just forget about the rest. Honestly, throw it all away. But I am excited because this is the Bob's first podcast. This is my first time podcasting with the Bob. I thought about it on the way over here. I was like, it's Bob's first podcast. First podcast. You know, I've been only wanting to be referred to as Bob since I got this haircut. And if you don't know that I got a haircut because you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere else, or have not heard me talk about this Bob nonstop because it's become my entire personality, I don't know what to tell you. But the Bob is bobbing. It is my entire identity now. I don't want to be referenced as anything else other than Bob moving forward. So keep that in mind when you address me. It is now Bob only. I don't know what took me so long, y'all. I really feel like this is me. Like this is who I am. I always thought, and listen, okay, I don't want to hear any shade. I don't want anyone to come for me, but I always thought that I wouldn't get a Bob until I became a mom. Why Bob and mom were synonymous to me, I don't know. Okay, I can't explain it. I don't have any rhyme or reason for that. I just felt like a Bob is for the grown bitches, you know? And I guess I am one. I'm going to be 33 this year. But I feel like, yes, okay, yes, I am grown. But I was like, I'm not a mom. Can I have a Bob? And you guys know I was like, do I want to be engaged with a Bob? Like the Bob was holding so much weight in my life. Similarly to the amount of hair that I had on my head, which like I love a bust down. You guys know this. I love a bust down. I love a weave. This is still a weave. Hello. But I wasn't sure if I was ready to commit. I wasn't sure if I was ready to commit. And now that I'm free, can you hear it? I'm like bobbing into the microphone. I feel so free. Like if you don't have a Bob, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who cares if you have kids or not? Get the Bob. That's my message for the day. Get the fucking Bob, bitch. It is a moment. It is necessary. And I fear that I'm never going back. Because what am I actually going back to at this point? This is the happiest I've ever been. Honestly. So hopefully you approve. And if you don't, keep that to yourself. Because I don't care anyway. I feel free. Finally. Ugh. Anyways, other than that, there are some big updates happening behind the scenes in my life that I'm not ready to talk about yet because I think we've talked about this before. I am someone who likes to talk about things when they are complete, like when it's absolutely positively happening. Because bad juju, evil eye, whatever you believe in, I personally, it's Mercury retrograde. I'm not trying to talk about anything that I want right now out of fear that it's going to backtrack and walk right the fuck out of my life. I don't have time for that. Okay? This is not a person. This is a how do I say? This is a milestone moment that's happening, and it's in the process, but it's still early days, babe. So I'm trying to keep it to myself for a little bit, and then when I am ready to share, when the ink is dry, you will know first. There will be signs, but I'm very excited about it. It's a project that's going to take some time, but when it's done, it'll be worth it. So when I can share more about it, I will. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm keeping it to myself. But just, keep your prayers up for your girl. Favors. We need all the favors that we can get from God and the universe, child, and whoever else is giving them out, honestly. I don't, Chick-fil-A, whoever is giving out favors, party favors, I need all of the favors right now. Thank you. And yeah, I've been in LA for, God, I feel like I haven't done a solo in so long. I don't remember. Oh, I know what I was talking about the last time I did a solo. I was talking about my egg freezing journey, and I have updates on that. Okay? Because while I had prepared myself for the actual egg freezing process, doing the shots and like all of that, the only thing I wasn't really prepared for were the amount of ultrasounds that I would have to go in for and the amount of blood work that was going to have to be taken in the like 3 weeks that you have to be kind of settled to do the whole process. Nobody talked to me about the recovery post egg freezing. Where were you bitches at with that? Y'all were telling me, oh, the shots. Oh, you did not tell me about the recovery. You didn't tell me about the post retrieval. And this is what I want to talk about today. Hot take, and this is a personal experience. My post retrieval process was way worse than the actual egg freezing process itself. And by that, I mean the cramps that I have experienced, like during ovulation before my period comes, have been so atrocious, anti-Black, homophobic, and anti-feminist that I don't even have words. I think I talked about when I did my whole egg freezing journey post whatever podcast, or like right after I had finished. This was like the same month, right? I think it was still in May because I did my retrieval on May 9th, and I think I had an episode about that shortly after. My first period after the egg freezing, I had, the worst cramps that I've had since I was like 13. Before I got on birth control for cramps, they came right back. But I was prepared for that because I had already heard that it was going to be like the worst period of my life. So I knew that was coming. Was I expecting for my legs to go numb and for me to be bedridden for like 2 days? No. Was I preparing to be in Cannes at the film festival with L'Oreal Paris and then fly to Rwanda days after my retrieval and be experiencing these things while I'm on these trips and work trips? No, I wasn't. But I knew that the pain was coming. I knew that it was going to be heavy, and I knew that it was going to be annoying, and I knew that I was going to be in pain. So I mentally had started preparing myself for that. It was painful. It was very painful. I was attached to my heating pad like this. That was my bestie. I was like, fuck everybody else. Me and this heating pad go together real bad. And then I was like, oh, I'm free. I did it. I completed it. I'm free. No. Because what they don't tell you is that the next few periods are going to be just like that. And at least for like 2 to 3 or maybe 4 cycles. I have now reached my 4th cycle, and I know when I'm ovulating because my legs are numb. I'm attached to my heating pad again, and I am on the couch. This past one, I was on the couch for 2 straight days, could not move, didn't want to move, didn't want to do shit. I was in so much pain. And like when you're already luteal and like PMSy and just like feeling annoying, because like it's ovulation, but it's not ovulation. Like it's ovulation pain, but I think it's like luteal phase, like post ovulation. Because usually during ovulation, I'm like, okay, I'm a little miserable, but not like all the way. I still feel hot. At this point, I didn't feel hot. I felt like a piece of shit. And so that's how I know I was in my luteal phase. Because whenever I start looking at myself in the mirror and being like, oh, bitch, you're ugly, I know I'm in my luteal phase. So I felt the pains and I was feeling like shit. I was on the couch for 2 days, couldn't move. And this is now the 3rd time it's been like that. I asked ChatGPT how long I can expect for this to persist. ChatGPT says that it's normal and should wrap up by the 4th cycle. But just to be safe, I reached out to my doctor. Dr. Fisher, who's been on the podcast before, and I'm going to like have a checkup appointment just to make sure everything is good to go. I don't have a history of endometriosis. I don't have a history of cysts. I don't have a history of anything. Thank God. No fibroids, no nothing. Because every time, and this is what the fuck I don't enjoy about the internet. Every time I come to the internet to complain in peace and I talk about having cramps, all of a sudden you bitches are trying to diagnose me in the comments. I didn't ask for all that. I'm just trying to express my grievances. I'm not here to be diagnosed by you. Trust me, I do enough self-diagnosing on my own. Between me, WebMD, and ChatGPT, we are locked in. We have it covered. We know exactly what I have. And yes, it is terminal. That is how I come to terms with things on my own. I look it up. It's terminal. Boom. Done. End of days. Coming 2 days time. I don't need you to add to that. You know, I already have anxiety about my health. I don't need you to facilitate that even more. I just want to complain about it. I just want to complain about it. And that's anything. You could go on the internet. You could go on TikTok and be like, oh, I have a migraine. And someone would be like, probably cancerous. Probably like, I don't need the fear mongering. I just need to complain a little bit. Or they'll like try to be like, oh, if you have a migraine, you should chew on some bamboo. It'll take it right out. Like I don't need the old wives' tales. I don't need the witchy bruja shit. Although sometimes I do need the witchy bruja shit. And if I need it, I will ask for it. But I don't need like, you know, I come from a Jamaican household. Okay. The weird remedies are already built in. I don't need any additional ones. I just want to complain about them. But I guess that's my problem. You can't complain to the internet and not expect for them to respond. I get it. It's just sometimes like, can we just like wait? Just like pause on that, you know? Anyway, so gonna make sure everything's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. It just is a thing that I was not prepared to have to be dealing with. I thought that like, okay, you freeze the eggs, you go about your business. Of course that's crazy. Because like you have so many hormones and things like rushing through you and it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. But if no one's going to tell you, I'm going to tell you. The post retrieval is what you got to prepare for. Cuz it's not been cute for your girl. Anyway, that's enough about me. I'd rather talk about you because we haven't talked in a long time and I want to know what's going on in your lives. I feel like I feel like we haven't been, we haven't had this face to face. So you guys need advice. That's why I'm here. Let's get into it. The first one, I would like to remain anonymous. No problem, bestie. But one of my close friends, who is also a coworker, recently blocked me on everything. No reason given. I find out after the fact that she was fired. We were having a very different work experience. I was trying my best to include the new hired co-managers, building a positive environment and embracing the change and new ways of doing things and the new asks of us all, and she was not. She was very negative constantly about the new team members, her new responsibilities, the new asks of us every single day, to the point that she was voicing loudly about just quitting and looking for new jobs, etc. Then out of the blue, I go to send her a meme on Instagram and I can't find her. Maybe she just deactivated her account for a break. But I hadn't heard from her all day, so I send a text and it goes delivered, but stays that way all day and night. Then finally I go to work just to find out that she was fired. When she was fired, she blocked me on everything. I'm just unsure of what I did to deserve this treatment. I always separated work from friendship with everyone. Was not friends outside of work with people that I managed, but because we were peers and had been friends for almost 6 years already, then suddenly this? Just advice on how to handle it. What did I do wrong in the situation, etc. That is interesting. I wonder, obviously, from firsthand experience that, like, yeah, she was kind of shitting on the job in front of everybody, like telling everyone that she wants to work somewhere else and that this is not making her happy. And so, yeah, that's probably a reason why she was also fired. But I'm sure that when she was fired, the people who were firing her let her know that people probably came forward and said that she was complaining. And maybe she thought that you were one of those people. So I would kind of give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that it is anything that you did on a personal level, but it is tricky when you're working with friends because sometimes shit like this happens and like what are you going to do? Or like if you're both up for the same promotion and then one of you gets it and then, she decides like, "Oh, well, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you're surpassing me," or jealousy, whatever. I think in this situation, HR, whoever fired her, must have told her that people were complaining, or maybe there's other things that you don't know about that other coworkers maybe came forward about. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I would assume that that's probably why she blocked you. I would think that she probably blocked everyone after that. Um, but I mean, if the text says delivered, then you can't possibly be blocked on the phone. But sometimes when people leave jobs, they just don't want to deal with it anymore. They're just like, okay, bye. And if you know that you didn't do anything personally, then there's nothing that you can do. But I think that if the texts are still going through, I would probably send her a text and be like, "Hey, I'm sure you're taking the moment to like process everything, and I'm sorry that things had to end this way. I know because we're friends that you haven't been happy here for a while, but I just want you to know that I never shared that with anyone. I'm not sure why we're not able to speak about it, but whenever you're ready and available, like I would love to chat with you." Just keep it like that and just like, basically like let her know it wasn't me, bitch. Like it wasn't me. Whoever was talking shit, it was not me. But I don't think it's worth losing a friendship over, but I think maybe just give her a little bit of time. But I would send that message and if she responds back, great. If she doesn't, that's okay too. I think in time she will. If you've been friends for almost 6 years, she'll come back. But you never know what people are going through, so I think it's good to give the benefit of the doubt. All right. The next one. I have a large group of friends, and we are currently in the season of everyone getting married. You and I both, sister. I've had the pleasure of being invited to everyone's wedding, but this is not the case for all of my friends. One of my girlfriends was not invited to one of the weddings, and she didn't expect this. The bride never spoke to her about why she wasn't invited, and my friend feels left out when the wedding she was not invited to is discussed during other bachelorette parties and weddings. My friend keeps speculating about why she's not invited, and all her speculations are dead ass wrong. Uh-oh, you know the tea. I only know this because the bride told me why this friend wasn't invited, and although I know the reason why she wasn't invited, I feel like it's not my tea to spill. Well, spill it to me. I want to know, why wasn't she invited? I really wish the two of them could just talk directly. I've encouraged them both to talk to one another, but it never happens. If my friend begins speculating about her reasons for not being invited again, should I just tell her why she wasn't invited? Or should I tell her not to talk to me about it again until she addresses it with the bride? Is that too mean? Is it not my business at all? How did I end up in the middle of all this and how do I get out? Sincerely, a fellow Scorpio. Child, you ended up in it because you're a Scorpio. People love to tell us their secrets. People love to express their grievances to us because we are like vaults, with the exception of everything that we share amongst each other. I feel like Scorpios really only share other people's secrets among other Scorpios because they know we can keep a secret and like our dearest, closest, bestest friends and family and group chats. I think, as you so eloquently put it, that it is the bride's tea to spill. I don't think that you should be sharing it unless you talk to the bride and the bride says, "I'm comfortable with you telling her. I don't want to tell her. I'm comfortable with you telling her." That's the only time that I think that it would be appropriate because obviously something went down. And, the bride may be like, listen, nothing that she says is going to get me to invite her to my wedding again. And that's her prerogative. Listen, I know I've said it on the podcast before. I've said it a million times. When it comes down to my wedding, people are going to hate me because not everyone is invited to my wedding. Not everyone is entitled to an invite to your special day. Like, this is a day that literally, I think that zero bad vibes should be even close or around your wedding day. Like, this is a day when we are taking an oath. I mean, it depends on how you view marriage and like what you think about making vows under God and whatever. To me, I don't want no bad vibes around me, period. And I definitely don't want you at my wedding giving off bad energy when I'm about to make like one of the biggest commitments of my entire life. Like, next to this Bob, my wedding day is the biggest commitment that I will ever make. And this is barely a commitment because it's with a weave. So I just feel like, if the bride is saying that there's a reason and you know the reason and it's a valid reason, then she's making the right choice. Whatever choice she decides to make for her wedding day is the right choice. I don't care if she was like, I don't want to invite my mom. Okay, it's just your wedding. I feel like if you don't want to invite somebody, you don't have to invite them. But does she owe this friend an explanation? I guess that depends on how long they've been friends, what actually went down, what have you. But if she's comfortable, I would ask the bride, I would be like, hey, listen, so-and-so is asking about why she wasn't invited to the wedding. Are you okay with me telling her? Are you planning on telling her? Like, I'm happy to let her know so that she'll stop fucking asking me. But if the bride says, no, I want to tell her, then I would just keep encouraging my friend to have a conversation with the bride and be like, my name's Bennett and I ain't in it. This is not my tea. You need to go ask her yourself. Not my business. Not my testimony. Thank you very much. Leave me out of this narrative. I don't think that's mean. I don't think that's mean. It's not your wedding. I'll be like, bitch, when I have my wedding, you will be there. But that's her choice. And I respect her choice. And I respect you. So that's why I think y'all should talk. You're doing the right thing. You're definitely doing the right thing. But yeah, you might have to set a boundary. Which is hard. But you can do it. You're already doing a great job. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay. Next one. Okay. Hi, bestie. Hey, friend. I need some real and honest advice. There is this girl who I've been seeing for a couple weeks. After going to the movies one day with her best guy friend, I wanted to give her a goodbye kiss before I headed out. Ooh. Hey. But she said she couldn't kiss me in front of him because it's complicated. Long story short, days later, after prying and asking for an answer on why it's complicated, she told me that she was sleeping with him. Lord have mercy. Now, mind you, when she told me this, I was willing to stay with her in hopes that she would drop him in the coming days or weeks. It's been 2 months and she's still seeing him. Mind you, we are all coworkers. Oh, this is messy. And he's always boohoo crying at work when he sees us. Also, that guy cheated on his girlfriend to be with the girl that I'm seeing. So there's that too. Overall, I really like this girl and she fits me so well. But now I feel like I'm in this weird triangle situation. I'm 26 and the boy I'm competing with is 21. Should I stay or should I go? Listen, boo. This is messy. And this girl must be a bad bitch. If there's a love triangle going on, this sounds like some Love Island shit. For real. I think, here's what I think. You want to know what I think? Here's what I think. I think that she is having a good old time. She's enjoying her freedom. She's enjoying her time. And I think it's fun and exciting to like have two people fighting over you. Like there's a girl at your job that you really like, there's a guy at your job that you really like, and like both of them want you. Like that's exciting. But I just fear that you could be getting caught up in something that like is not worth your time and energy. if she's currently sleeping with the guy and she doesn't want you to kiss her in front of him, then it's probably because she really likes him or like sees something with him. And maybe she really likes you too. But maybe she doesn't like you enough to give up what she's got going on right now. And you deserve better than that. So if I were you, I'd be like, look, I fuck with you. I really like you. Let me know when you're done exploring. Let me know when you're ready to close things off in Love Island USA terms. Until then, like, you don't need to be waiting in the wings. And coworkers, like, this is messy. This is messy. I don't know if I like that. I want you to be able to go to work in peace and enjoy coming to work and not have to think about this boy that you're like fighting over this girl with. Like, this is giving, I don't even know, a shot at love with Tila Tequila. Like, I don't know if you're old enough to, well, you're 25. You don't even know who fucking Tila Tequila is. You don't even know who Tila Tequila is. That's crazy. Well, you need to work on that first. You need to go Google Tila Tequila. Well, don't Google her now. Google her back then. Right now, she's very, very messy. You wouldn't like her right now. If we're aligned the way that I think we're aligned, if you listen to this podcast, yeah, you wouldn't be fucking with Tila. But Tila Tequila had a dating show on VH1. This is your history lesson of the day. In the early 2000s. And it was like one of the spinoffs of like Flavor of Love, I Love New York. Like, it was when reality TV was good. Okay. Before fucking TikTok and the internet. And Tila Tequila was bi. And so she had men and women on the show vying for her affection. And it was messy. And I loved it. And that's what your job is giving. So I think maybe quit. No, I'm just kidding. You should be able to say your job and feel like comfortable and not have to worry. And like, I don't know, maybe it's time to like get out there. Like, maybe this is what you need to get out there and like start seeing other people. Cause she ain't ready. She's not ready. She's happy getting digged down by the 21-year-old, which, like, no shade, I'm sure he's lovely. But you have more options out there. Don't cut yourself off. And maybe she'll come around. Like, maybe things aren't going to work out with this guy, but like, you don't need to wait to figure out when that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Anyway, good luck. And don't bring the messy shit to work because it's just too much. It's too much. I'm sorry though. It like is annoying when you have a crush and like they like somebody else. Like, I don't want you to internalize that and make it like, what's wrong with me? Like, no. This person is just exploring that. That's fine. Life works like that sometimes. Your person is out there and they will want to kiss you no matter who's around. So take that with you. I asked for you guys to send me some of your secrets. Some of them are very juicy. So I'm going to read a few. And of course, they're all anonymous. But I was in the mood to like hear some secrets. I'm in my Scorpio zone. You know what I mean? Ooh. Oh. Another little like friendship love situation. Someone said, I have the biggest crush on my group mate. I want her to throw me around the room. Oh, purr. Listen, and I hope that happens for you. But you got to put yourself out there. How will she know if you don't tell her? Maybe send her an anonymous note if she's single and available. My uncle is 55, hanging with strippers, thinking he looks cool after blowing up his entire family. Uncle? What's going on? Where is he hanging with the strippers? The strippers need friendship too, you know what I mean? But not if he blew up his family. Like, what the fuck? That's not. But like, is he at the strip club? Is he outside of the strip club? Where is he and where is his family? I need context. But I don't like that he blew up his family. He's having a midlife crisis. I'll keep him in my prayers. My man is really not a good kisser. That's not good. We got to fix that. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? You know what? Kissing really is an art. I'm someone who like, I can get taken out of a movie or a show if the kissing is off. Like if people are who are supposed to be in a couple are kissing and I don't feel it, I'm like, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm leaving the theater. I need to feel it. I need to feel it. I need to feel it. You know what has really great kissing content? Hate to say it, Love Island USA. This is not a promo for Love Island USA. Although I am trying to get the girls on the podcast. Trust me, we've talked about this last week. I've been trying. I'm working on it. Working 9 to 5 on that. And 5 to 9, child. I've been working 24/7. But in the kissing challenges, like they get very into it no matter who they're kissing. And I don't get it because I've never kissed a stranger. Is that crazy? I've never kissed a stranger. I literally can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know you. I don't know where your mouth's been. I don't know who you are. Like, no, I don't want you anywhere near me in that capacity. Thank you. No shade to anybody who does it. I think it's so like beautiful and exciting. Like when my friends are like, I made out with a total random stranger this weekend. I'm like, that's incredible. I love that for you. However, me, absolutely not. I don't want anybody. But this is already your man. So like we can work with it. We can figure it out, you know? And I think sometimes tell him something. Like, is it too hard? Like, is he kissing you like Taylor in Love Island USA? Is he giving you hard pecks? Like, tell him that you want it soft. Like, it just so you know, express yourself, and you would be shocked the changes that can be made. I think that you need to speak up a little bit. And if you already have and it's still bad, then child, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But keep working on it, because I don't want you to be like not feeling it. You know, I don't want you to be pulled out of it like how I am at the movies. Someone said, I love living a double life. What is it? What is it? What's the double? What's the other part? What's the first part? And then what's the other part? I need more context. Like you're like another relationship? Or like in the daytime, you're like a nun, and then at night, you're at the strip club with the other person's uncle. What's the tea? I want to know. Ooh, I want to break up with my boyfriend once a month. Normal or nah? If you're in your luteal phase, it's completely normal. Every time my luteal phase hits, I be looking at my man, and you know I love my man down. Every luteal phase comes around, and I'm like, you should be 6 feet under. You shouldn't be. If you breathe near me in the wrong way, put him in the ground. And then I get out of it and I'm like, oh, I love him. He's the best. He's an angel from God. So yeah, totally normal. Unless your man's a piece of shit. And then maybe you do need to break up with him. But if it's just once a month and it's around your cycle and your cycle tracking and you know when it is, that's you. It has nothing to do with him. Leave that man alone. Let him live. Let him live. I hate my mother-in-law. This is common, no? Like a lot of people don't fuck with their mother-in-law. A lot of people don't have good. I need to know. Okay, let's have a come to Jesus for a moment. I've referenced God a lot this podcast. This is not a Christian podcast. I've just been talking about God. God is, but he is ever present, isn't he? Yes, he is. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. He is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Anyway, this is like a common theme. I don't really know many people who have great relationships with their mothers-in-law. And I'm really trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with the mothers-in-law. Because I know it's not the girls. Like it's not the person who has the issue with the mother-in-law. It is 9 times out of 10 the mother-in-law's fault. Like they are usually the problem and to blame. So what the fuck happens with y'all? If you are a mother-in-law and you're listening to this, what happens with y'all? Why are y'all like this? Why the combativeness? Like, and especially for the boy moms. You know who I'm talking about. It's not all boy moms. It's not moms who have boys. It's the boy moms, the ones who don't hold their sons accountable, who act like every single woman who comes into their son's life can't possibly be good enough. I need to understand where that energy comes from, other than like you wanting to fuck your son potentially, which is like weird and like another conversation for another day. But like, I can't imagine, and y'all know I don't have any kids, but I can't imagine having a son, raising a son to love me, obviously respect me as his mother, to respect other women and love and respect women. And he dates women, and then when he goes off and marries one, now all of a sudden I'm a raging bitch. Like, what? I need to understand how, like, when do we cross that line into like weirdo territory? Because a lot of y'all are residing there, and I need you to like fall back. I don't get it, but I do know that it's common. So like, you're not alone, unfortunately. And I would like for that to stop, because like the people who have spoken up, like on TikTok, that's literally the only place where I see people have good relationships with their mothers-in-law. Like, they are like, my mother-in-law is so incredible and she never had daughters and she left me her vintage Chanel fucking collection. Like, where are those mother-in-laws at? That's the type of mother-in-law I'm trying to be. Why aren't the rest of y'all trying to be like that? Y'all need to figure that out. Something's not right. Okay, this one's completely opposite. I am in love with my father-in-law. I am in love with my father-in-law. I haven't acted on it. But yeah, bitch. Okay. No. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. Remember what we talked about, like where the weirdo territory is with the mother-in-laws? Like, you're like, you're not in there, but you're like on the line. You got to cross back over to the other side. You can't do that. Maybe no, because okay, are you like, wait, your spouse, is it a man, a woman? Like, because if you're dating your father-in-law's son, if you're married to your father-in-law's son, then you already have father-in-law at home. You know what I mean? Because like, that's his son. So like, that's like basically him. So like, I need you to like clock in and lock in quickly. Please don't do that. That's no. No. I know the heart wants what it wants, but like, no, we can't. We can't do that. I'm not judging you, but please don't act on that. Please. Please. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to end it there. You gagged me. You gagged me. You gagged me. I'm not judging you. I love you so much. I just don't want you to blow up your life like that. Okay? So let's not go there. Let's just pretend like he's old. You don't want him. Trust me. Trust me. These are such juicy secrets. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to have to circle back to these. I'm going to have to circle back to these another day, but that is juicy. Hoochie coochie. That's very, very juicy. I'm into those. Okay. Well, what a day. That the in-laws are taking it this week, honey. The in-laws are taking it. Maybe I need to make a show about in-laws. Is there a show about in-laws? I'm gonna chat GPT this right after this, and we're gonna reconnect. I know you said it's a secret, but I might DM you. Anyway, wow, I love you guys so much. That was lovely. And I missed this. I said I was going to do more solos this year. I feel like I did quite a few already, but like, we got to make this a twice a month type deal. Your girl's been busy traveling all over the place. Anyway, love ya. I'm trying to do like that Gen Z heart. I never know how to do it. I always have to think about it so much because like I'm a very much like a, two hands cupped together type of heart person. But if you know the Gen Z heart, it's very like something else. I don't know why they always do complicated things. Everything has to be more complicated. Anyway, I love y'all. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.